Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Boni. If you are new here, seeing me for the first time, I create content around careers, higher education, self-development with a dose of reality check. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continuous support. This is my second piece of content. We are still trying to get used to this, but you know what, practice makes perfect. And just thank you for being here, my TikTok family. If you're coming from TikTok or Instagram, thank you so much for your continuous support. Today guys, it's a big one. I've been asked a few times on TikTok on this topic. Mommy, okay, some of you, I'm a mother to you. Some of you, I'm an aunt. Some of you, I'm a friend, a sister. But you have kids that are now going to start their professional careers. So sometimes you'll ask me, hey sis, please help out with this. Yes guys, this is why I have this video today, because it's been requested. It's one of those highly requested videos on my TikTok, and this is why we are here today. We are talking about how to write your CV, write that CV, boy or girl, and land that job without any experience. So this video is for someone who is maybe a fresh graduate, a recent graduate, or just a graduate but you haven't worked before, or you are still a student. So this is the video for you. But even if maybe you've worked before, you have a bit of experience, I think you can still benefit from this video. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I'm sure you get value. I know someone will say, you're asking us to give it a thumbs up, but we haven't even spoken. That's weird, hey? I'm not gonna waste any of your time. I'm just gonna go straight to this video. But before, disclaimer, I'm not a career coach. Please don't take this as career advice. Just take this as a tip, okay? Just take this as tips. But you know what? I've helped quite a few young people, a handful of young people, to land their first job without any work experience. But I've help them to craft their CVs and cover letters. So I think I can do this. I can share some secrets, you know, how we not really cooked, but how we made it attractive for the potential employers or recruiters, you know. So that's what I'm gonna be sharing today. Guys, first thing, this is what you need to know. A CV can be universal. Okay, what I mean by that is every job that you see an advertisement for, you need to check what key skills are they looking for. So research the job before writing the CV. Yes, you'll have like your standard CV, but make sure that you don't send the same CV for every job. No. That's the first mistake that most people do. And you know what, guys, I know sometimes in our times we didn't have our own personal computers or laptops, so it was quite difficult to have an opportunity to edit every CV for every job. No, where were you going to get the resources for that? But you guys today, you have access to personal computers and laptops and smartphones. Your smartphones today, you can download Microsoft Office, right? If you have like big enough screen, and make sure that you edit your CV according to the job spec. I beg you. So what you do is, when you research the job, you check the industry skills, the skills that they mentioned on the job, okay? Search. I hope you are taking notes. Please, notepad gang. And on this channel, guys, you need to bring your notepad. You need to bring your notepad, because we will have to take your notes. Okay, fine, you can always come back to this video, like it, so that you can be able to come back to it. Okay guys, first point, we research. Okay, second point is the formatting. For some, it's no big deal, it's obvious. Everyone knows that your CV, you need to put it on a Microsoft Word document, but for some, maybe that's not obvious. And guys, please do not design your CV. Please just keep it simple. You know, don't put borders and 2 columns and 3 columns. No, just have it on of course, A4 lens, sorry, not landscape, portrait. Keep it simple, please. Do not add borders or add your photo. Just not designing, nothing fancy. Keep it simple. Your fonts, basic fonts, obviously it will be black. There is no need to maybe have a page that is blue and then your font is black. No, your text must be black and the paper must be white. Then keep it simple, black and white, guys. Your font, because your CV is not gonna be too long, because you don't have any experience, it might be 1 or 2 pages, you can just use size 12, right? Just use size 12, and then all your headings must be in bold. And lastly, last point on this section where we're talking about formatting, assembly. Do not PDF your CV. Send it as a Word document. Do not PDF it, so that it can be ATS friendly. Okay, so guys, we're gonna start it off with your personal details on top. That's obvious: your name, email address, phone number, and current city. Okay, there is no need to put your address. Don't put your address, don't put your ID number, don't put your date of birth. Please, I'm gonna explain this later in this video, why I say don't put your address and date of birth. Okay, so personal details on top. And guys, I will do this next to your name. I can put my title, right? And you're gonna ask yourself, title how? Because I'm a student or I'm a graduate. No, you can put LLB graduate, BCom accounting student, put 2nd year or 3rd year BCom accounting student, LLB graduate. So that's what you can put. Okay, so but then if, like in my case, I can put digital marketer, content creator, that could be my title. So that's what you can just juice it up. Because guys, remember, these people receive a lot of CV. So when I make sure that you grab their attention on the first few lines of your CV, it must be attention grabbing. So let's just say they haven't looked at your qualifications, but if you put it there on top as your title, that Boni 3rd year LLB student. Do you understand? Yeah. The next part is professional profile, and you're gonna, I'm sure you're like, Aibo, manje Boni, so it's professional profile because we don't have any experience. So let me just tell you typically what goes into a personal profile. A personal profile, guys, is just a summary of your abilities, basically just to grab the attention of the recruiter, you know, so you can just showcase your skills and your industry knowledge in this section, right? So guys, I think you can still put this even though you've never worked, but let's just wait. I don't want to confuse you. You'll see towards the end of the video what you can put here. Next section, guys, of your CV, it's going to be education. Guys, this is critical. This is critical. Remember, you don't have experience, so this part is going to be critical. Like, it's going to be the focal point of your of your CV. It's gonna be the do or die moment for you, right? So we have to be careful, you know, because you don't have experience. Guys, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, or please give this video a thumbs up, and also please let me know in the comments below where you at. Are you a student? Are you a graduate? Are you a young graduate? A young professional? Maybe you've already started working, or you are a parent of the above mentioned. Please, I really love knowing who's watching my videos, so that it can guide me, of course, which direction I should take. Most of my research comes from TikTok, but you know what? YouTube is a different platform altogether. I hope this is not making noise. I just love having something, because I speak with my hands. So I love having something to toy around with. Okay, but anyway, guys, education. Of course, we're gonna start with your tertiary level education, where you studied, right? So you're just gonna put where you studied and what course did you do, and highlight any achievements. So if you have any awards during your time, please just highlight that. Okay, and also if they're like, maybe you've been part of some association. Guys, I hope you do this. If you don't and you are still at school, please do it. And you are still at varsity or college, whatever, wherever where you are, please, guys, participate in societies and try and be busy, right, during your varsity years, because it becomes critical at this point in your life, when you have to look for a job and then you don't have any experience. Then we move to your high school. Again, if you have any distinctions, please put them there. Subject is not important. You don't need to put a distinction in history. No, it's not important. Just put distinctions, 2 distinctions, if you have 2 or 3 or 1, right? I don't care if it was for LO or maths leads or Bible study, or put it there. It needs to go there. It does not matter if it was for LO, if it was for maths leads, if it was for Bible, what, put it there, please. Okay. 2 distinctions, but I'm sure you get what I mean. Again, here, guys, if you've held any positions during your school years, maybe you were head boy, you were head girl, you were prefect, even if you were a class captain, you've been even if you were a captain for 1 season for a soccer team, it does not matter, guys. Even if you've represented your school at a district level, please put it there, that you were part of the soccer team or a netball team or a swimming team. You know, it does not, sports does not mean that it's an achievement just because you've represented your school at maybe a provincial level. Now you have your half colors or full colors. No, you know, if you have those, it's even better. But I'm just talking here to someone maybe who didn't have that opportunity to represent their school at a provincial level or a national level for some. Okay, so just make sure that it does not matter, even if it's at a district level, put it there. Whatever little thing that you've done at school, both high school and tertiary level, this is where you put it, right? And make sure that the things that you're going to put here are the things that can match your skills section, you know. So then if someone sees your skills section, then they see what you've put here, then they can see, oh, okay, you know, maybe you've organized a charity. Guys, it could be something that you did at church, something that you've done for the community. Maybe you are part of a safety what community watch, something. You organize patrolling groups or whatever. Guy or boy or girl, put it there. It needs to go to your CV, because it says something about you and it shows that you are responsible. So remember, guys, when you're writing a CV, you don't need to just be putting fancy words and saying communication, but you don't even know how to articulate yourself kahle in a written form, because remember, this person maybe hasn't heard you, but they can now, when you say communication, they are looking at your written communication, not oral, because obviously they haven't spoken to you. So just make sure that everything is flowing and it's making sense, it's concise. Okay, so this is why I'm saying that this section of your high school and education, this is where now whatever the skills, the participations that you've had, or the position that you've held, they must match the skills that you're going to put there, right? But let's just say you've never had the opportunity to hold such positions at school, because I know only a handful of us can be in those positions. I myself never had that opportunity during my school years. Okay, so now the next part of this video, I'm gonna show you where you can get this experience. You can still get it. It's not too late. You can still get it. Okay guys, I just want to recap. We're gonna look at schools, church, and community, right? When I say school, I mean even your tertiary level education. That's where I'll sit down with you and ask you, what have you done? Guys, even if you're a part of a choir, even if you're a part of a Christian movement, there is still something, because it's important to show recruiters or potential employers that you are more than just your career. Pela guys, your career can't be your personality. So you need to humanize yourself, right? So they need to see you outside of your studies, or outside of your current job, if you already have a job. Okay, so here are the 3 places that I love for you to try if you've never had an opportunity to get this type of experience. Try old age homes, SPCA, and wildlife, right? Organizations. Why I mention these 3 is because, guys, I wouldn't want to work in places where there's a lot of trauma, or where they're like maybe dealing with domestic violence, or ingane, where there's a lot of trauma. Basically, you know what I mean, right? I don't think it's gonna be the right environment for you. So just working in spaces where they save the environment, or wildlife, or SPCA where they deal with animals, and old age homes where they deal with the elderly. You know, I think it's going to be a cool environment for you. I really think it's going to be a cool environment for you. So yeah, just consider those 3 places, because it's not the end of the world. This is why this channel is called Lifereset, because we are resetting the perspective. You know, we are shifting, you know, so it's time to reset and just look at things differently. So it's not the end of the world, you know. Don't think that your peers, because they went to certain schools and had certain opportunities, then you think it's the end of the world for you. No guys, I also went to a township school a long time ago, and yeah, I've had to learn some English that even now so perfect. I've had to learn along the way in the past 15 years. Yeah, understand? So the most important thing is self-awareness. You need to be aware. You need to be aware of your weaknesses. I nearly said weaknesses. Which just reminds me of a job interview that I went to a long time ago, when I was still a student myself. And yo guys, English, yangi chopper. I couldn't come up with any weakness. Like, they asked me, what are my strengths and weaknesses? It was for a retail shop, guys, retail shop. And that's where they told me, "What's I gag? Your accent is not for us." I didn't get that job. At that time, I was working at a restaurant, and I was trying to move to a retail to the retail shop. And they said, no, your accent. Because guys, during the interview, I struggled to answer the question, what is your strength? What are your weaknesses? And I just had no clue. It was chopping me. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is just to know that it's not the end of the world. You can always learn, you know, as long as usaphefumula, guys. As long as usaphefumula, yabon. Hi guys, you are too young. Some of you are too young. We don't remember this. Only my peers know. As long as usaphefumula, what I'm trying to say is, baby boy or baby girl, you can still learn. Please reset that life. Don't be discouraged. Guys, we've come to the end of this video, but I just want to let you know, not let you know, but I just want to highlight things that you shouldn't add on your CV. Of course, your address, no, don't put it there. Just put current city. Don't put your date of birth. Don't put your ID number. Don't put your marital status. Don't put your photo, and don't put number of dependents. I remember a long time ago we used to do that, even put the number of dependents, and then if you don't have a child, and then you put 0. That's not necessary. Don't put that type of information. And guys, remember, when it comes to age, I was watching a video recently on TikTok, someone talking about even sometimes to put the year of graduation. It can work against you, because sometimes if you've had some experience and now you are trying to apply for a much mid-level or senior position, they look at your year of graduation and they assume that you don't have enough experience. So, but in this case, because you're still fresh from uni or you're still a student, it's okay. You can put a year of graduation. But as time goes on, no. Us, we don't. We don't. We don't do that. Okay, at my level, I don't even put my high school education. Nobody needs to know which school I went to and what year I did my matric. It's no longer relevant, you know. So guys, what I'm trying to say though is, on a serious note, ageism goes both ways. Sometimes you won't be considered for something because they feel like you are too young. Sometimes you won't be considered for something because they feel you are too old. Like, for instance, at my level, I can never apply for an internship, no matter how much it's paying, because I just won't be considered for it, you know. So, and sometimes for you, when you are young, but now you've got some experience, they look at your, if you put your date of birth or if you put your year of graduation, they ask me, oh, this person is young. So just be wary of those things, guys, okay? Otherwise, we've come to the end of this video. Next video, guys, I will be telling you about cover letter. I know some of you are going to be asking for it. So it's already there. Cover letter in the portfolio. Some jobs you need to submit a portfolio. And also I'm going to be creating a video on the difference between a resume and a CV and how it looks like. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't, please. And I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.